We see it's happening everywhere. In our oceans, we're overfishing. Forests, we're cutting them all down. We're destroying the earth. And what's happening there to children that are being forced to mine cobalt with their bare hands. The corporations that you know all too well that want to create this beautiful utopian perception of them, and it's not real. They're doing things where they're taking advantage of people. If I speak from truth, that creates a vibration that connects to the other person whom I'm speaking to or people I am speaking to. And they, if they listen to their heart, they will feel it's true. Sometimes somebody can speak the truth, and because it's different than what we've been told, we go into fear. Okay, so we're back to another episode of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Hopefully they put the episode number on the front of this because I don't remember what episode number it is, but it's been a few. Bottom line is we're looking at how to create certainty and meaning in all this chaos and mayhem. And we've been talking about having a heart-centered life because if we do that, we're going to change the world from within. Because the external world is a reflection of our inner world, that we're creating all these wars and this conflict because we're living a life and the world that we live in is driven by the mind. And the mind is ego-driven. And the base of ego is fear. The fear of losing itself. The fear of losing its power. The fear of losing control. And so we have all these wars, right? We need to transcend that level of consciousness. It won't work anymore. It will destroy us, as it has been, right? We see it's happening everywhere. In our oceans, we're overfishing. In our forests, we're cutting them all down. We're destroying the earth, right? The environment is being polluted. Terrible things are happening to people who are mining the resources that we're putting into the technology that we're using, cobalt, which I'm sure you've heard about, the mining of cobalt in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And what's happening there to children that are being forced to mine this cobalt with their bare hands. Ghost workers who are working for our companies creating AI because, contrary to what you might believe, AI doesn't teach itself, people teach it. And they're doing this work for literally pennies or cents an hour in some cases because they're being taken advantage of, which apparently is advantage of, by these corporations, the corporations that you know all too well, that want to create this, beautiful utopian perception of them, and it's not real. They're doing things where they're taking advantage of people. Because if you don't work for a company, but you're a contract employee, or work for a company who's under contract to find workers to do that, they don't have to pay you the minimum wage. It's a way around things. And with the internet, the internet is a fantastic tool and serves the greater good, but it can be abused as well, right? So they can have employees all over the world who are desperate for money, who will do whatever it takes just to make a few cents an hour to try and live. And these companies are taking advantage of them, right? So we need to be aware of these things. We need to hold these companies to accountability and kill them. I'm kidding. What we need to do is create an environment where people will no longer want to do that. Not fight them, but boycott them, not get involved with these things, right? To the extent that we can. Now, you got to breathe, so you need air. You've got to make a living. I get it. But we've got to start to draw the line of what we're prepared to compromise and give away. If we give ourselves away to get what we think we need in the moment, we're living a lie. We're not being true to ourselves. I know this sounds easier said than done. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm just saying it's going to be worth it. And so what we need to do, and this is why we need this, like I said, new religion, right? I know, we don't need a new religion, Stephen, because we already have plenty of religions, and having religions is part of the problem in the first place. But we're not talking about religion as we've known it, right? We said religion, the word religion is derived from the word religare, right? And that means to bind back and make whole. So we do want to bind ourselves back to the creative force that flows through everything, right? But we want to do it in a way that doesn't set other people up, certain rules for other people, laws for other people, just setting it up for us to win, right? So religion, in the old sense of the word, is not what I mean. What I mean is binding ourselves back to the creative force that flows through everything, right? And that is back to ourselves, right? Religion is derived from the word religio. And then from that word, we got the word religare. Religare. Okay? To bind back and make whole. So the way we bind back and make whole is through seeing who we really are, by realizing, seeing with our real eyes, that the external world is just a reflection of us. Our feelings are the way to see the world. These eyes will deceive you. Your intuition and your heart will not. Your mind is driven by ego, lives in the future or the past, but your heart is always in the now. And it knows no fear. Wow, that's powerful. When you connect through your heart through coherence, which I've been showing you to do that practice, right, of how to get in coherence, heart-brain coherence, where your heart is the driver and your brain is the assistant to your heart, you then connect to the frequency of the earth, the heart. Mother Earth is your heart. Remember I showed you the word earth? Is the word heart. All we did is move the H here, didn't we, right? It's our heart. It's a reflection. We're connected when we're in coherence. And the earth, in turn, is connected to the song. What? The song. What song? The one song, which is the universe, right? That's what universe means, one song. And when we're connected to that one song, we're seeing things at a higher perspective, at a higher consciousness, at a quantum consciousness. Now, you've heard of quantum physics. You've heard of quantum mechanics. You've heard of string theory. You've heard of all this stuff. We have that ability to experience life at a quantum level, so that what we see here from a very limited perspective, when we connect to our heart in coherence, well, when we have coherence, not when we're incoherent. When we're incoherent, we're a mess, right? When we have coherence, when we're connected to the earth's connected to the universe, the one song, then we are seeing from a quantum level. Now, can we actually see things? Yes, we can, but we actually don't even need to. We can just feel and know from that feeling what is right and what we want to do or we don't want to do. You've done it many times, just by accident. Now we want to do it consciously. You've had moments when you had that feeling, ooh, no, hey, there's something not right here. Something not right in what they said. Something not right in the way they did that. Something not right in the way they said that. But you know what? He's cute. She's cute. I'm going to go with cute. And then you regretted it. And here's the point. You knew though. People tell us who they are within seconds if we'll listen. And if you look at the word heart or earth and you write it over and over again, ear, hear, the heart. We've just got to listen. Linda, listen to our heart. Listen to our heart. Hear what the heart has to say. And then act on it. All from our heart. All in one word. The messages have been there the whole time. This is the revealing, the revelation, the revealing of the truth that was right in front of our eyes, but we couldn't see it because we were using the wrong eyes. And we didn't realize. We didn't use our real eyes, our heart and intuition to really see. So it's time now. It's time now to break those bonds. It's time to let down our wall. It's time now to be who we are. It's time to have a ball, right? So these are the things that are becoming more apparent as we what? Realize, see with our real eyes who we really are. Who are we? I am. The I am. I am the I am. Yes. You are the I am. What Whatever you say in front of those words, you become. If you say them consistently and believe them with conviction, and then what? Faith. To the point where when you say to the mountain, move, what will happen? Well, probably not much right now, right? But eventually, the mountain will move. I know it will. When enough of us have got to the point and we've had enough references to believe that. Let me make a point here. So what I want you to do right now, I want you to do this exercise with me, right? I just want you to lift your arm. Go ahead and do that. Okay, just lift your arm. Okay. Do you do that? Did you lift it? Don't just let me do everything for you, right? I want you to lift your arm, right? Lift your arm, right? So you lift your arm. How did you do that? How did you do that? You did it with the power of thought and faith. You just knew it was going to lift. It was going to lift. You were going to lift your arm, right? You just knew that. You had the faith, the thought, the belief that it was going to happen. And so when we can say to the mountain, move with that level of faith, that level of conviction, that level of belief, the mountain's going to move. We just got to get there. And we're going to build that faith. And we're going to build that faith by getting coherent with our heart. By, as the ancients told us, live from a heart, speak from the heart. If something is true, it will be heartfelt because you will feel it in your heart. How? Because if somebody says something, they speak it. When we speak a word, if you put your hand in front of your face, if you put your hand in front of your mouth and speak, I can feel my breath. And what does that create? A vibration. So when I speak, if I speak from truth, that creates a vibration that connects to the other person whom I'm speaking to or people I am speaking to. And they, if they listen to their heart, ear, hear the heart, they will feel it's true. And if it isn't, and if I don't speak the truth, it will change the frequency. It will change the vibration. And people will feel like, oh, something about this guy. I don't trust him. Doesn't feel right. Now, sometimes somebody can speak the truth, and because it's different than what we've been told, we go into fear. No, that can't be true because I believe my whole life that the opposite of that is true. So I'm scared to believe that is true. So I'm going to think that person is not telling the truth. But that's coming from fear, not your heart and intuition. That's coming from your mind. So you got to get out of your mind. Maybe people have told you that already. They certainly told me that, right? And it's okay if they think you're crazy if you know, this is where you've got to have faith and you've got to know in yourself that you are coming from truth, that you're coming from your heart. Now, does that mean you don't have to do any research? You don't have to look anything up? Yeah, pretty much. But it's good as a stepping stone to do that. There's nothing wrong with verification. It's a stepping stone to getting where we want to go. The problem is you're running out of time to verify. Why? Because the external world is becoming crazier and crazier. There's more and more disinformation. There's more instability. And that's just going to get more and more. So you are going to be forced inward anyway. So when would now be a good time to do it out of choice? I'll go with now too. Listen, we've come to the end of our time here, but we're just getting started. So I'm going to stop here. We're going to get into the next video. We're going to get deeper into stuff. In the meantime, sapere ord, dare to be wise.